Howdy, folks. Move this a little bit. Welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. Let me point out my little peeper back there. He's keeping an eye on us. And I wasn't having any luck. I'm starting to get cold. Wasn't having any luck moving around in that big sea truck down here in these small cabins as far as being able to find Maida's base. So I went for a swim. And now we're going to get out of this cold water and into Maida's base. It's even down here, your temperature will come up. Eventually, it starts to go down again. Unless you move closer to the vents, the thermal vents. I don't think I ever took a picture of. I haven't been very good about snapping photographs. I did something that I needed a picture for, and I didn't have any.
You again.
I'm going to hit F6. All right. It gives me a clean photo. It doesn't tell me that I snapped a picture because nothing shows up on the screen. If I can zip through here. Get this big guy. See, I used to do shit like this all the time. On Subnautica, the original Subnautica, I had over 300 screenshots. On this one, I had none. Take one more like that, and then I'll put the stuff back on so I can see when there's a scannable item. And now, like the toilet and stuff, I'm not going to need to scan those. But tablets are good.
Fortnight into our voyage, I was more or less living inside the creature's ribcage. It meant shelter, and it meant food. The flesh was starting to rot. The stench was unlike anything I'd ever smelled. As we floated, the
Yeah, I
temperature
smelled
dropped,
it.
and the rotten meat began to stiffen and freeze. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the Reaper began to lose buoyancy. We sank a little each day. My sanctuary was becoming my tomb, and I was at the mercy of the current and the winds. Until one day, I saw a smattering of penguins in the distance. Swimming birds usually mean solid land of some kind. I was lucky. The winds followed their path. Hours later, I saw a blessed sight. An unmoving cloud sitting upon the water.
Island.
It renewed my spirit as I watched the land get closer and closer. The Reaper slowly sank, but I was no longer worried. When the Reaper finally sank below the water,
These
I
are
was
why
close
I'm
enough
here.
to lazily swim my way to shore. I made a note to come back for the Reaper's skull. I didn't ride the beast for 3 weeks to have no proof. Land never felt so good, even in this Arctic hell.
I don't think they're gonna let me. Oh, I want Bulbo fruit. And it's not gonna let me take a sample. What about lantern fruit? There's nothing to pick. Aw, you bastards. I've already got Chinese potato. I was hoping to get lantern fruit and bulbo fruit trees. Bulbo trees. And they won't let me take cuttings of it. And these, you plant them and grow them by picking the fruit. There's, no cuttings involved. Oh, you bastards. I could have just blew off this whole trip. No cuttings. You sons of beech nuts. I lived off of Bulbo fruit in the first Subnautica. Lantern fruit were good, but you couldn't completely sustain yourself from them. Mostly, I planted them in my bases just for decoration. One base, I had a whole large room. Well, first Subnautica didn't have large rooms, but I had a whole multi-purpose room full as you could frickin' get it with bulbo trees, lantern trees, all sorts of shit you could get off of the island. God, I wish I could remember the names of them. There was all sorts of neat looking plants on the first Subnautica. Way more than this game. In fact, there was way more in that game, period, than this game. With the stuff showing on the screen, you can see screenshots saved to PDA. Now, to go swimming around and find all this, find Marguerite's base without dying, I used a command to put it on freedom mode. That takes away the need for food and water. And then I used the command oxygen to take away suffocating. But we're done here. We don't ever have to come back here. I am going to leave the beacon though, I think. Because there we go. Because down over the side is a way into the crystal caves. And in fact, I think I'll take another beacon and put it over there in case I'm down in the crystal caves and I want a way out. Now I could probably just head for Maida's base, that beacon, but I don't want to take a chance on not finding the right hole in the ceiling of the crystal caverns to be able to find Maida's base. Oh, look at that. I found a silver node, a copper node, no, 2 silver nodes, and now a quartz node down here. Look at this nice shelf. You know what that nice shelf makes me want to do? This is just secondary to what I want to do. I want, because I don't have any stuff on me, I want, let's see. It's all the kits that it doesn't recognize for some reason. Maybe the kits need a I don't think I need that. I'm gonna freeze my ass off. Just a multi-purpose room. That sticks way out. No, I can tuck it in. I can tuck it in. Everywhere I see a nice shelf like that, I like to put a base down. And you're not going to get sunlight down here. So what I think I'll do, what's up here? And you're not going to get enough thermal energy to run a heat plant. I could actually put one on top of the other. I've got a mod. Let me explain something real quick. See how it's partway in the ground? Ordinarily, it would turn red and you wouldn't be able to build there. I've got a mod that automatically alters the terrain to allow you to do this. Now, I don't know why I built 2 of them. I was just going to put a nuke plant up here. Can't put it there? Oh, there's one over here I started and didn't finish. I can't swim through there. Now, I think I want to take away the shielding on one of these so it lines up with the one below. But I gotta come up from below to see where I need to take away the shielding. So that one's up about there. I don't want that to be a window. So maybe we'll come off of this one with a compartment. Sometimes they won't let you use the ones on the side. They'll only let you use, it's like you think of this as square with 4 sides instead of round with 8. I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Well, think of it as a square box with only 4 sides. That's how the game sees it. There's only 4 sides you can build off of. And that one is way too far over. That one at work takes away my window to those pretty crystals, but it's right below where the other one is. Unfortunately, I can't use a glass tube. But what I can do, what I will do, is I'll put a window right there. I'll put a base hatch. Oh, I can't do that because I want this right there. And then this. And then back up a little, that. Straight up, that. Straight up, that. Straight up. Oh, when I'm in the... I didn't finish building that one. It should go through. See how it cuts it out? Terraforms, that's the word I was looking for. It's a terraform mod. You can build it anywhere you want, and it just terraforms it for you. Now, see, where can I come off of this? Let's see. Do I want the nuke plant in the bottom unit? Yeah, I think so. I think I want the nuke plant in the bottom. And so, where can I build? I can use, because I could use a glass tube and connect to the bottom. Sounds like build reinforcements or remove weak parts. That's probably on the bottom one. The second I connect it, it will all be reinforced by this. But in the meantime, we don't want this collapsing. There's already a water leak in it. I don't even have a hatch on it yet. And it's leaking water. Okay, I put an end to that. Now, I was looking to see where it would allow me, not here, over here. I hate to terraform the geysers out of there. Okay, now, this doesn't always line up right. You end up having to make compromises. So like this is here and this is here. How do I make them line up? What I can do, I think, is demolish that one. I don't think one will fit underneath here. Well, yeah. Now how do I connect that and that? I got to, I'm gonna have to have see, if I take it off, it's going to be too short. If I put one on, it's too tall. What you can do is stack these modules. And that would make it a different height. If I put these two underneath each other, it will connect, see? And now if I put, no. Now if I put
hypothermia imminent.
A glass elbow this way, and then let's submerge so I don't freeze. And oh man, I might be just perfect. Oh. except it's off center. Glass elbows don't have, or elbows period, don't have a connection in the bottom. What I need there is either that or that, but turn this way. And will it connect? Did it connect? No. See, it's 6 frickin' inches off. Dang. So my options are to move this whole top piece over 6 inches or move the whole bottom one over 6 inches until these two line marks meet up, but that's not even near far enough inboard. I've got room. I could bring this one outboard a little bit, but how do you know how much? Unless you start building down from here. That's all it'll let me do for now. See, if I'd built that up, I could move this around, but so many bends and elbows, how would I know where to put it? So I think what I'll do is go down from here. No. And then move the bottom one, move the bottom structure that isn't near as much to deconstruct. Look, it's putting these right next to the old ones. I'll have to go back up and I need to reverse. Okay. Let's deconstruct these. Now we can keep going. Whoops, I didn't want to go back. I wanted to go down. Now. Need to adjust this compartment. I think I'll start by building, I'll wipe everything and then start with building this section so it connects to there. And then build the round base. I forget what it's called. God, all the time it's so aggravating. I just lose my thought. Look at that. Silver, copper. I will bring the prawn suit down here eventually. Any more? Oh, I can multi-purpose room. That's what I was trying to think of. All right, now so we're trying to connect two different structures via any sort of tube. This is where you run into difficulties with, should I put a square there? I think I should, but I wanna, no, that's not positioned correctly. I need it squared up. So this end, okay, that's not gonna work right. I don't know, maybe it would, but I wanted the window straight at, see, this is gonna go cockeyed too because we don't have, it's not coming off of the larger section. Can't put a window there. Can't put a glass tube. I guess that's all we can do. We can put a window here, but it doesn't exactly look out there. That's what I wanted. Maybe, baby. Let's see. 5. Deconstruct. It's not going to. There is a top hatch in these, but they never allow you to use them. Move it over a little more. Come on. No, it comes out here. I gotta swim forward. I've got that. I've got that one panel facing toward this thing. Now, can I do a glass tube is going to be way too long. I'm going to have to do this, turn it, build it, it connected. Still cross-eyed of being able to see that, but I suppose it was putting it where it needed to connect to the line, but to the tower going up, but that's not right because that's circular. You could pivot this anywhere in a 360-degree axis on that tube that goes up, and it's still going to connect. So anyways, Have I got a top hatch? No. If I, that's already in the wall just about. I was thinking if I put another connector in it, I could have a hatch without using one of the windows. Let's put a glass tube and then multi-purpose room. And now a hatch, as I said before, the glass tubes will connect to the bottom.
Warning, emergency power
Yeah, there's no
only.
power in
Oxygen
here yet,
production offline.
but I can put a window there, a window there, and a ladder here. If I get it in the right spot. Oh, I gotta pee. I'm gonna have to take a break. But come on, ladder. There. All right. Now I'll be right back. So now I think, let me explain something. I think that, and I've done this before, in below zero early access. I've been back in Glacial Basin. I've spent days back in there, days of real time, back in the Glacial Basin, exploring all the caverns and everything and mining all the minerals. And I built, I think, 4 bases in the Glacial Basin. One where you come up right at the dock, and then another one in each of the large open areas, And I think I had another one on the way to that. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But I think any important area should have a base. Even if it's nothing but a single square, a single four-way, and a power supply. Now, in the original Subnautica, there was a mod that you could use one of the large batteries, especially if you could make a large ion battery, but you could power that station off of that battery. So you take extra batteries with you, power cells, that's what they called them, power cells. You take extra power cells with you, and anywhere you want to throw up a four-way, you just use your habitat builder, you pull up the power section like in here, shows the different power supplies. Well, it'd probably be under an interior piece. So it'd be hidden here with these power supplies. You click on it, you build it, and then you put your power cell in it. And that base has power as long as the battery lives. But you can turn off the power when you leave. So you're only using the battery when you need it, which I think was pretty cool. And there was a locker system. You come in with a boatload of shit, you have one locker in front of you that you dump everything in, and then that locker distributes it to all the other lockers that you built. You take a room like this, you stand in the middle and you line the whole room with lockers, and you name each locker. And when, say, this is your hatch coming in, pretend there was a wall here that you could build to. Or here, you have a fabricator and your main locker. Or in your moon pool. Your moon pool was a beautiful place to have your main locker. You open your main locker and you just dump everything in it. And it sorts it into all your other lockers. You just have to remember to leave one of them miscellaneous in case you bring back something that you don't have a named locker for. It'll dump it in miscellaneous. You have to be sure not to fill up your lockers and have nowhere for this to go, because that creates a problem. It kills your frames and your game won't play right. So just make sure you have a place for this locker to empty into, and you're golden. I had it on the Cyclops in that game. Had them in every large space. What's my... I should... Let's see, 33? Yeah, with all those. See, I'm connected to the top now, which has lots of... See, there's that roof hatch you can't use. Speaking of a roof, Can I build it from in here? No. We have lots of reinforcement panels upstairs. And now that it's connected through these tubes, it all takes advantage of the same reinforcement, which is kind of bullshit. Every unit should need to have its own reinforcement. Now I think I could make one of these a hatch and one of these just a window. I think I'll do this one just a window. And that one a hatch. But that's great. That's the cool thing. You can just play around.
Warning, emergency power only.
I need to
Oxygen
build
production offline.
a ladder to get from one compartment to the other, even though there's only about a 6-inch collar between them. And then to go downstairs to the other compartment, need a ladder. And then sometimes that highlight thing is a pain in the ass. Oh wait, I was gonna go downstairs. For the nuke plant. Best way to get power anywhere without the mod I was telling you about is nuclear fuel. Let's see, is there anything else I want on this wall? Maybe a storage locker. Yeah. Let's put the storage in the corner. Let's put that over there. Anybody watching this that wants to know how to do console commands, just ask. It's a very easy process. I've memorized a few of the commands, but you can print off a booklet about a 1/2 inch thick of everything in the whole game, clear back to original Subnautica. I want that one out there. And then I want this one in here. Okay, didn't mean to open it. I was just making sure it built. But now I need to use the fabricator. Oh, it's unpowered. Oh, well, that's the sucky part of this. if you don't have fuel rods on you, you're still shit out of luck because that's unpowered. Now, on my sea truck, I could fabricate fuel rods, but if I can remember what they're called, oh God, my memory's failing me now. God, I hate that. When I want to do something quick and I can't remember the item name. And I can't find my half-inch thick. Give me a second. New tab. Dang it, type right. Subnautica console commands. There we go. Raw materials. Basic materials. Electronics. It should be under electronics. It's just reactor rod as one word. See, I should have known that. You could say I'm cheating, but you know what? I've got 300 hours into the first Subnautica and 150 into this one, including the early access stuff I did. We're live.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
Ordinarily I'd put up a bulkhead, but I'm not sure that I can in this configuration. Oh yeah, I can. Cool. So it's all isolated. But anyways, we're out of here with this crap. Climb down. You know, actually, isn't this nice? Imagine one of those big lantern fruit trees right in the middle, They get big when they're indoors. I'll figure out what, if anything, I'm going to do with this, but I think I'll also, I don't know, do I need to bring my, you get part of a nice view. It was lighter down here, it'd be nice, but actually I could put spotlights on the outside shining toward the crystals. But I think this is where I'll call it, and I'll pick up the next one back in the sea truck. You can see on the corner of the screen all the when I get it just right. Well, they were there. There they are. Right up at the top of the screen is where my pieces are. I took it apart. I left 2 completely empty storage modules behind. And if I could, no, not F1, enter. There we go. Now I can move my mouse pointer. See, there's the modules I left behind, and there are the stuff that's still hooked together. And that's just home, but it's way further away. So anyways, I'm not sure if that's where you build Alan's body, but anyways, we'll pick up the next one with, I wanted to show you just some basic base building, you know, lining up a long tube and everything like that, putting power in here. If you're gonna do something like this and stick a nuclear reactor in it to have power, well, make sure that you always have at least 4, if not 8, reactor rods on your sea truck. See, that word escaped me there. On your sea truck, make sure you got that reactor rods on your sea truck, or you're going to run into the problem that I did. Everything I did here, you could do without using console commands, with the exception of the terrain modification. That's a mod. You could have the material on your sea truck for all this stuff. You could make the reactor rods on your sea truck if it was down here with you. The only thing you couldn't do without the mod is the transforming the terrain. You would have to pay more attention to the terrain. Put it closer to the edge of the shelf, so when the pipe goes up, it doesn't have to cut through. So anyways, that's my advice for this episode, and we'll pick up back in the sea truck. Oh, there's one more thing I want to do here. On that top compartment where there's nothing in there, I wanted to put a control room there and name it something. So in the future, I know how to get back here. I could just put a beacon on it, but I'd rather put a control room up there. So I'll do that on my own before I log off. And we'll come back down here later on when we're doing Crystal Cavern stuff. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.